And good morning, people. Good morning. Hi. If you're new around here, my name is Zee, and I run this YouTube channel. If you're not new, why did I do that? Okay. But if you're not new around here, welcome back to all the coffee-fueled ramblings about whatever I want to talk about. So, hi. Hi, people. I hope I'm loud enough. I don't want to be overly loud because I am currently in a staycation. So, if you're wondering, like, okay, that looks hella messy. But anyway, um, if you're wondering why my background looks so different, it's because currently I am on a solo staycation while I'm on my annual leave. So the place that I'm staying at is Life at One North, and I chose a loft accommodation. So yeah, I just wanted some me time, some alone time, and I woke up this morning. Um, not wanting to do anything. So yeah, what is it? Currently, it is now I think 8:45. No, almost 9 o'clock. So it is almost 9 o'clock right now. I was supposed to be up 2 hours ago. Actually, yeah, I was up 2 hours ago, but I was like, nah, I want to sleep more. So I slept more. I woke up around 8:35, 8:40. So currently I am deciding whether I want to go out and have breakfast or I just want to like slowly get myself ready and then go out and do some work, because this trip is also for me to finish up some work which I haven't been able to finish up because I'm too tired after work to do it. So that's the plan. The plan is to finish up some work stuff. So I have some leftover makisan here, right here. So I was like thinking maybe I should just finish off this leftover makisan and then like maybe not go out for breakfast, you know. So we'll see how I feel after leftover makisan and some coffee. If I sound very like sore throaty or very like dry, it's because every accommodation I've stayed in, like I've blasted the aircon on full blast, so my throat is very dry from all the air conditioning. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up the makisan and then see how I feel after that. Most likely I'll start just immediately getting ready and then going about my day. Whether I will leave this place or not is I don't know, it's a different story. But yeah. Yeah. So let's get into eating. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the little kitchenette area at the back beside the sink to show you guys how I make my coffee. So let's go. So we're here in my little kitchen area in my accommodation, and I'm just gonna show you guys how I make my coffee. I'm just gonna adjust the camera a little bit. Yeah, how I make my coffee for the day. So usually I'll make iced coffee, but for today I'ma just make hot coffee because first of all this place is really cold because of the air conditioning. Like I blasted the air conditioning, and also yeah, I'm just gonna have it cold. There's no ice in here. I mean, there is ice, but it's taking forever to freeze. So I'm just gonna make it hot. So yeah. My cup is from the Tudong people. My sister is a very big fan of their hijabs, their shawls. So yeah, I'm just gonna take one Maxim coffee. So as you all know, I really love Maxim coffee. I really love the simple latte version. Is it focused? I don't know. By the way, guys, if things are very blurry in this vlog, I'm so sorry because my eyes are just not it today. I don't know why, but yeah, not it. I have some hot water, so I have my kettle here. I just boiled some water. To be honest, I don't know why they put the kettle here but then don't have a switch below. So this is actually like on the other side of the sink, all the way over there, because there's a switch over there right beside the trash can. So yeah, I had to put my kettle on the floor, the trash can right beside it to boil water. So yeah, currently I'm putting in some like stevia, so I'm using like light sugar. I usually put in like 3 packets. Yes, I'm very excessive when it comes to my sugar, but yeah. And then last but not least, this is something a little different. I've been doing this for about 2 months. No, a month, sorry. and that is the True Cafe like slimming coffee. I don't personally recommend anyone to start drinking like slimming coffees and slimming teas because they're not exactly good for you. So I personally do not recommend it, but I do find that this is the only thing, and a few other like slimming pills and shit like that. These are the only things that like, are helping me curb more so my appetite. So, and then in that sense help me lose weight. I've been struggling to lose weight for like the longest of time. So yeah, so hot water. I usually fill it up to about like maybe leaving an inch. So if I were to bend my camera down, sorry guys, like maybe about an inch left in the cup. Because I find that if I were to fill it all the way up to like where the top screws on, it gets really tastes really diluted. So I don't really like that. So just go my coffee. Normally I'll add milk and some ice to this. That's how I usually have it in the morning, but once again, like I said, I have no milk. I don't plan on buying any milk, and there's no, like there is ice, but there's very little ice. And if you all know me, I really like a lot of ice. So maybe it's gonna be my coffee for the day. And then before I begin anything else, I want to just quickly rinse out the cups here. I haven't rinsed that because I wasn't actually planning on using these cups, but whatever. Other than just my coffee, I also take some like fish oil pills, which is, this is the omega-3 fish oil. I think it's from, I forgot what brand it's from, because this is in a different container. I will like put a photo or link whatever brand I eat. So I eat fish oil because of my eyes, like because of their dryness. This has helped a lot with my dry eyes and helping me be able to wear contact lenses a little bit more consistently. So I always have this every morning without fail. And then also to help bump up the coffee, like the True Cafe's like weight loss or like appetite suppressingness, I also eat this. This is from a brand called Green Monster, and it's the green coffee like diet pills. So when I first started my weight loss journey, I only ate this every single day, and I found that it didn't really do much for me. But the combination of this and the True Cafe has been really helping. So I have this together in the morning, and then I have this as well as another Green Monster supplement at night. So this Green Monster supplement is more of like a green tea one. So how my weight loss journey went was like I started off with this, and I found that this wasn't effective enough on its own. So then I had these two together, and I found that it didn't do shit for me either. Like I was still eating like a lot and everything. It's just that I probably was going more to the toilet more often. But yeah, so after this, I decided to try the True Cafe, and I had it together with this every morning, and then that seems to be the best combo for me. And then I just to continue the like appetite suppression, I will go again with the normal green coffee as well as the green tea plus green coffee. So that's more or less my diet routine. This portion went from making coffee to how I weight loss. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go drink my coffee and like unload my body, and I'll be back. So I have my coffee right here. I'm gonna put it over on this side, and then if you see here, I have my Samsung Galaxy tablet S7 Plus. I'm going to be just watching some videos. It's currently 9:10 right now. Is my phone being charged? Let me see. No, my phone is not charged. Okay, sorry, work issues. Anyway, yeah, so I will be, I will be, watching some YouTube videos, which is what I always do in the morning. I always watch some YouTube videos as I have my coffee. Oh no! Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna watch the Fulham Boys on Korean Englishman. They're going to Korea. So I'm gonna go watch that. So. But you're gonna see me watch it in like fast forward time. So I just finished watching and I'm so excited. Oh my god. I'm really damn excited to watch the Fulham Boys going to Korea. Like all of them have been the best. Like I think decision Josh and Ollie have made for Korean Englishmen. I know about the controversy, like I know, but stupid people do stupid shit. As in, me and my best friend had a talk about it, and I was like, the younger person in the situation, he is not exactly that smart as an 18-year-old. So like I can't, like I, as much as I do blame him for part of the situation, because you're 18, you definitely know what you're doing. But at the same time, like I know myself as well, and I know like which dumbass 17, 18-year-old knows what the hell they're doing. They think they know what they're doing, because I thought I knew what I was doing at 17 and 18, but I don't. So I assume it's the same for this person. Like they think they know what they're doing, they think they've thought out the consequences, but actually they haven't. At least not to the same extent I would as a 25-year-old now, and especially as the person's age, the older person's age in that situation. So for me, I was like, yeah, you were pretty shitty, but the other person, the older person, was way shittier, and I'm gonna put majority of the blame on the older person. Like, don't worry, you have some fault in it too, but like most of it lies on the older person. So yeah. Anyway, my hand's gonna cramp. I'm gonna take a bite of this. Ooh, I haven't showed you my food, so this is my food. This is a standard maki-san, like a mega-san. So basically, it's just like a kimbap. I know it's like supposedly Japanese, but I would consider this more Korean, rather than Japanese. I feel like it just like ever since getting into K-pop and Korean culture, I feel like this is more reminiscent of like kimbap than Japanese maki sushi. So yeah, it has spicy mayo, tempura, shrimp tempura, enuki mushroom, some tamagoyaki, edamame beans, grilled chicken, and yeah, and grilled chicken. Oh, and what's it called? Fish eggs, the orange, like little fish eggs. You know what's so funny? When I'm on AL, right, my phone keeps bloody ringing. Like you kept hearing my phone ring at the back. Like, shut up. Anyway, I'm really excited for the Korean high schoolers, the Fulham Boys being in Korea, because can you imagine that once in a lifetime opportunity? It's like whatever Josh and Ollie had planned for them is really like a normal school trip is already wild, like honestly saying. And now they're having like this kind of a school trip. They are gonna have so much, right? It's gonna be something that they will definitely remember for the rest of their lives. Because I know I went on several overseas school trips as a kid growing up, and those were like one of the best experiences in my life. And I'm sure like this would definitely like shape them, shape the kids, shape the boys to be better people, in a sense, better people in the future. So yeah. Okay, so I'm done watching Korean Englishman. I'm gonna find something else to watch. Oh my god, it's 9:30. It's 9:30. Okay, so I don't know what is dusty in this room because my sinuses, my allergies are acting up. Excuse me. As you can tell. So I'm gonna go quickly shower. It is currently almost 10 o'clock. Let me just quickly show you guys. As you can see, it's almost 10 o'clock. So yeah, and then I'm gonna show you guys me getting ready, and then I'm gonna go and show you an outfit thing real quick, hopefully, I hope. So I'm done showering and I'm back again in my hoodie. I've already washed my face and put on my contact lenses. If you're wondering what contact lenses I'm using, let me just fish them out of the trash real quick. So the contact lenses I'm using is the Olens Scandi One Day in grey. Don't know if you can see it real nicely. Let me just brighten. too dark. Let me just brighten if you can see how they look like. So I've overexposed it a little bit just so you can see the contact lenses better. So this is how the contact lenses look like on me. Personally, I don't like it. I like something with a defined like outer ring, which is called a limbo ring, and I find that these are not my favorite. I have a lot of them also on top of that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna continue my skincare. Hopefully my camera does not fall. I have my tripod on like a very precarious position on the sink right now. I've already washed my face. So I've washed my face with the simple, refreshing facial wash. I just got this for the sake of this like solo staycation. I don't like this. It foams nicely, but it just, oh, it doesn't feel clarifying. I'm very used to like clarifying cleansers. My favorite, my holy grail, I don't know if I mentioned this, my holy grail is the Etude Wonder Pore facial wash. That is like my go-to ride or die. I have like 3 backups of it because I love it that much. That's my favorite. I don't have a second place. I only ever use that. So yeah. And then for toner, so I have the simple soothing toner that came with the travel set, like this whole simple face wash line, that it's a whole like set. So face wash, toner, moisturizer, but I don't really care much for all of it. I just brought it because it is small and it's easy to bring with me. The toner I'll be using today is the Nature Republic Tea Tree Pore Care toner pads. I've been really liking this, and also the reason why I like this so much is because it's like, I don't know if you can see, but it's like textured. The pads are textured, so it kind of gives me that like a little bit of an exfoliating kind of feel. I accidentally, like, this thing comes with like its own pincer, but I broke it. It wouldn't be me if I didn't break it. So yeah. And also, if you're wondering, I don't know if you can see, but there's this like red spot on my eye right here, right there. It's been there for a few days. It literally popped up like the day before yesterday. Yeah, and I was like so pissed because like it's clearly a pimple, but it's like under the skin kind of pimple. So no matter how much I squeeze it, it won't pop. So yeah, and me being the lazy person that I am, I didn't put a pimple patch on it, so now it's just there. So hopefully it just doesn't open up. My worry is that this will open up and then like eyeshadow, because it's literally where I put my eyeshadow, it's not gonna look as good if it does pop. So like I'm trying not to squeeze it too much, but then again I have really itchy hands. So I've done the toner already. I know I look hella tired, don't I? Next is my holy grail. It is the Cosrx BHA Black Head Power Liquid. This stuff is like the best. Like, I put 2 pumps of it in my hand. I don't like use a cotton pad or anything. I use 2 pumps of it on my hand, and then I usually focus it on areas where I have a lot of clogged pores. Like when I don't use this day and night. My phone, can it shut up? Oh my god. Anyway, if I use it day and night, I don't have clogged pores, and whenever I stopped using it, like give it like 24 hours and my pores would be hella clogged, and I hate it. So now that's I put on the toner, sorry, not the toner, the Blackhead Power Liquid. I usually go in with an eye cream. I don't really care much for an eye cream. When I first started using an eye cream, I did see like quite a big difference in my under eyes, but now that I've been using it like regularly, I don't really see that much of a difference. So the eye cream I'm using is the Innisfree Green Tea Seed Eye Cream. It works fine. I don't find that it's any well, it's definitely better than the L'Oreal like Revitalift one that I used to use, but that was like hella expired. So yeah, and the Revitalift one that I used to use was like meant for like more mature skin, aka my mom who's in her 50s going on 60s. That felt like quite heavy, but I liked it for like use at night, because if I used it at night, it's like I can just wash it off in the morning. It felt more like an overnight hydrating mask for under my eyes. So yeah, Anyway, last steps, and then depending, I usually don't put moisturizer on at the end. I usually go in with like a hydrating sunscreen. And currently I have like the Nivea, I think it was Nivea like sunscreen, and the Fenty Skin sunscreen that I'm using currently, and both I do not like. So I decided not to bring those. Instead, I am now going to be using the Cure Protection Glow Sun Base from Clio. This is actually discontinued, I think. Like, I used to have, I think it was a Kill Protection, another Kill Protection, like the predecessor to this one. That was something that I used like to death. I wanted the matte version, but then they didn't have the matte version, and now this thing is now discontinued. Both the glow one that I'm using and the matte one that I wanted to get, both of them are discontinued. So I'm just like, whatever. So usually I put quite a bit of like Korean sunscreen on, about that much. Usually when it comes to like my Nivea or like my Fenty Skin sunscreen, I would never put on this much. But only for Korean sunscreen I find that it's possible, because it sinks in so well, and despite it looking like a cream, it looks so like it's so lightweight. I've never found a like Korean sunscreen that was like too heavy for my skin. I've always found that it's always quite, what's it called, quite lightweight despite the cream texture. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this part out because I'm gonna take out my hoodie, because I can't see, I don't want to get sunscreen all over my hoodie. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, like it's actually quite glowy because I put quite a bit on, but it's not really sticky, and there's not much of a white cast, as you can see, which I really like. Older sunscreens, like maybe sunscreens from like 5 years ago, sorry, sunscreen from like 5 years ago and like above, so 5 years onwards, those used to give a white cast, but a lot of the Korean sunscreens now don't really give a white cast, which I love. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys over to the makeup table and like in front of the window and start my makeup. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and brush my teeth, because I just realized I didn't brush my teeth. I keep freaking forgetting brushing my teeth. So I'm gonna brush my teeth real quick, and then I'll bring you guys over to the makeup area. So basically, just to give you guys up to like bring you guys up to speed, basically I've already done my primer, my foundation, and as you can see I have my concealer on as well. I just started concealer before I decided to refilm this little bit of portion. So basically for primer, it's actually just a second sunscreen. I use the Super Good Matte Screen Sunscreen. The reason for this is because I'm gonna squeeze it out again onto my hand. If you were to see the texture, it's very like moussey, a lot like the Benefit Professional kind of sunscreen. So I use this as like a primer as well to get it to fill up the pores. And then for foundation, I use the Etude Double Lasting Foundation. This is the third version, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? Where is the shade? I know there's a shade. Oh, in shade 27 and Amber. So shade 27 and Amber. Actually this shade, the Amber like 27N in the Etude House foundation, actually wasn't the right shade for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys like that. I'm using my Emily The Ones palette as my mirror. It was very like the shade itself was correct, but the tone was not. So yeah, anyway, if you're wondering what concealer I'm blending up right now, it is the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. So this is the concealer and it's in the shade medium light. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom, but the shade is right at the bottom, right there. Yeah, and I have a bit of this left. I actually really like this concealer. I just don't like the applicator. It's reminiscent of like the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, and what I like to do with the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer is actually rip off the sponge and just like use it straight from the little mechanism. Yeah, but for this one I decided not to, so whatever. I'm gonna layer concealer. So the Revolution Eye Bright one is just like a corrector, and then I'm gonna use the Revolution Infinite Concealer as like more of a highlighting kind of thing. I'm just putting it right in the inner corner right here, just a little bit, like just like that. Usually I'll let my concealer sit to have a bit more coverage. But for the Infinite Concealer, because it's actually quite matte, I don't let it sit for too long, maybe like 15 seconds at most after I've applied it. And then I blend it downwards and against the side of my nose. I'm gonna be like doing a full face because I can and I will. I normally don't wear this much makeup because in Singapore we're still having like, we still wear masks, so like, and like if you guys work in healthcare like I do, if you guys work in healthcare, you know that makeup will, no matter what I do, makeup will always rub off on the mask. Like I can't win. So that's the concealer done. I'm gonna move on into like eyebrows before I do cream contouring. So for brows, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Brow Pomade. So my shade is in shade 4.5. I really like using brow pomades. Brow pomades are my favorite, but for like everyday use, I'm going to be using my NYX eyebrow brush. I normally don't use pomades day to day, simply because it takes up a lot of time, so I don't bother with brows. Like with a brow pomade, I usually use a pencil, but for today, because I'm on a staycation and I have like all the time in the world, so I'm gonna just do my brows with a brow pomade. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit for this portion, but I'm just gonna speed through them real quick because they're not very, how to say, they're not really that detailed. So yeah, you're just gonna see me how I do my brows, and then yeah. Was I in focus? I don't know. I'm gonna shoot myself and just make sure I'm in focus. Okay, so that's basically one brow done. I'm gonna come back with the other brow done. Alright, so both my brows are done. As you can see, they're both done. Usually what I like to do is I'll take some loose setting powder. This is a mix of that Coty Airspun and the Wet n Wild translucent. I'll take a very small amount on my puff, which I don't know where it went. Did I bring my puff? I think it's in my makeup bag. Hold on. So what I like to do after I've drawn in my brows, doesn't matter if it's a pomade or pencil, I'll take like a little puff, and with whatever is on the cover, which is, as you can tell, very little, I go in and I tap off the excess so that it's like a very small amount, and then set my brows. Yeah, I know it's a little like, this is like not conventional, but I find that if I do this, my brows stay in place a little bit better. So once I've like set my brows with a very small amount of translucent powder, I go in with brow gel. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow, which despite all the hype that Benefit Gimme Brow has, I actually don't really like Gimme Brow. Like, as in, I find that it's pretty decent. Like Gimme Brow is, I guess for its time, was really good, but like since for me I tried the Wow Brow first from ELF, I find that the Gimme Brow from Benefit is like, okay, cool, it's good, but it's not like, oh my god, like it's not holy grail status for me. I guess it's because of like the price, because Wow Brow from ELF does the exact same thing. So I find that Gimme Brow, if Wow Brow didn't exist, then yeah, I would really like Gimme Brow, but because Wow Brow does exist, Gimme Brow is kind of like you know. Oh yes, I haven't put on my lip balm yet, so I'm gonna quickly put on my lip balm. I don't know if this lip balm still exists, but it's the Innisfree My Lip Balm, the one that I have in Sweet Orange Tea. I don't know if they still sell this. I don't think so. It's very old and I still have not finished it. I have a very bad habit of not using lip balms, and I think it's because like we're currently in a pandemic, still kind of like endemic, you would say, and we wear masks in Singapore. Like I told at the start of the video, we wear masks a lot. So like, when are you going to ever wear a lip what's it called, lip balm and not have it what's it called, rub off all on the mask? So yeah, as you can see, I'm taking the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This is in Happy Soul, so I'm using that to contour my cheekbones and contour my nose. It's a little, I'm just using the camera. Yeah, so I actually really like this. I've used this once before, and I actually really like it. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. sponge. This is the Total Face Sponge. It was a recommendation off of Juicy Jazz. She really likes this sponge, so I decided, you know what, let's give it a go. So yeah, I'm just blending it upwards to give myself some cheekbones, as if like you can see under my mask, which you probably can't later on, but yeah. So just blending in. Yeah, I don't normally have the time or like have an occasion to do this with my makeup. Yeah, most of the times I just stick with like what's it called? Most of the time I stick with powder bronzer, and I don't normally contour the full. I'm gonna highlight down my nose again, simply because like I don't think it's like I kind of messed up a little bit and I didn't really highlight the center of my nose, so I'm just gonna quickly, very lightly do that. I don't know what eyeshadow palette I'm gonna use today. I have a few. So I have the Emily the ones. I have the Juvia's Place, what is this called? Blushed Rose eyeshadow palette, the 6-pan one, and the Natasha Denona Bronze. I know for a fact that I'm not gonna use the Natasha Denona Bronze palette because today my color scheme is not bronzy, and that would be just like an awkward color combo, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm probably gonna be using the Emily Ones palette because I think that is the most fitting. So yeah, moving on from that, I'm gonna be taking the Appeal Juicy Pang blusher. This is in PK04 Isule Chamong. So I don't know. So the Appeal Juicy Pang blusher in PK04. I hope you can see that. It looks a lot like a nail polish bottle. Like, yeah, it looks like nail polish, but it's not, trust me. So I'm just gonna put quite a lot because this is a very natural kind of blusher, and I'm gonna take a stippling brush. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. small stipple brush, which is a favorite of Emily, the one who created the Emily Edit palette, Emily Noel. She really likes it back in the day. Nowadays, she doesn't really talk about this brush as much. I got it in 2014 because of her, and safe to say it's one of my favorite brushes since. Yeah, and if I'm using a lot of blush, it's because it is a lot of blush. I really like a lot of blush. Plus, I haven't set my face with powder yet, so this is going to tone down. I haven't used this. I didn't realize how pigmented it is. I really thought that it's not that pigmented, like the Appeal blushers, like the Appeal Juicy Pang blushes. I didn't think it would be this pigmented, but it is, and I really, really like it. So now I'm gonna go and set my whole face with some loose powder. Do I have a powder brush? I think I do. No, not this one. So I'm gonna take the e.l.f. complexion brush, so e.l.f. complexion brush, and just set my whole face. But first I'm gonna go in underneath my eyes. I'm gonna set my eyes first. I'm gonna like slightly bake, but not really, so I'm just gonna go boop, 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 boop. And with this powder, I'm just gonna like that. And I know I'm really very heavy-handed, but it's because I just want to like lightly bake. What I mean by lightly bake is like, what's it called? Yeah, just lightly bake. Center of my forehead, my smile lines, because my smile lines, I have really bad smile lines, but I can't really do much about it. And then whatever's left over, I'm just going to press it all over my face. Just taking the under eye powder and just setting. Then, yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, so when I was skin prepping, so before I put on my foundation, the very first step was I used a setting spray as like a primer water. I've been really following a lot of like Jasmine Juicy Jazz's makeup techniques, so she really likes primer water, then she double primes and shit like that. So I've been doing a lot of that lately, just to test out and I don't know, I guess it's not bad. Sorry. I guess it's like it's been working well. A lot of her makeup techniques and her makeup like tips and tricks work really well. I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. I might actually not have to blush after this. Like this is actually really nice. So I'm probably not gonna blush, but I'm still gonna bronze up. So for bronzer, I have an oldie but a goodie is my Revolution Mega Bronzer in number 1. Cool. I'm gonna use this. I haven't used this in a while. And then I'm gonna take my ColourPop F30 brush. Like when I last used this, I found this very like reddish tone. But yeah, I've been using all my other bronzers recently. This is one of the oldest one in my collection. So yeah, I haven't been using it, so I'm gonna use it today for this trip because yeah, I haven't used it in a very long while. Okay, that was a lot of bronzer. Shit. And like my lighting in this staycation is not the best, so yeah, I would do it over at the like across. This is the toilet right here. Across from that is the sink. I would have done it at the sink, but the sink doesn't have a lot of space, but it has the best lighting. So I'm like, whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna pinch the brush and then whatever is left. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Whatever that's left on the brush, I'm just gonna contour the sides of my nose, just to intensify a little bit of the bronzer that's there. Yeah, simply because I wanna like, yeah, I don't really have. I have a nose bridge. I'm not like full on no nose bridge flat nose, but I kind of want to make it a little bit more prominent. So that's that. I'm not gonna like put on any more blush after this, I think, because I think the Juicy Punk blusher from Appeal is more than enough, so I'm not going to put any more blusher. So now I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna be using a very old palette, which I'm probably gonna declutter after this. It's the ColourPop Innuendo Highlighter palette. This was like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills like highlighter palettes. So this is very old, like super old, but it's still like in good condition. So I haven't highlighted my face, so I'm gonna quickly highlight with the shade I don't know if I want to use, I'm going to swatch it first, but I'm thinking of either Fine Line, which is the one over here that I'm pointing to, or Glad You Came. I'm leaning more towards Fine Line, but I'm not so sure after looking at it whether it be too dark. I think I'm leaning more towards Fine Line. I'm going to go with Fine Line because I don't know, I don't want it to be too dark. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush brush for this because I don't have a highlighter brush. I'm just gonna like go all across the cheekbones and then blend it downwards into my blush, just like that. I'm loading my brush. I'm loading my brush up really like heavily, and then just yeah. Okay, so that's done. My fish balls on the face are very highlighted, so the highlight is done. I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. So like I said, I'm gonna be using the Emily Edit, or maybe I'm gonna use some of my, no, I'm not. I'm gonna use the Emily Edit palette because I have the eyeshadow sticks that I brought today are not like, are all warm tone, so I don't really like, they don't really match the look. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay primer portion, and I probably put too much on because I can't see. I don't normally use eyeshadow primers. I am not that kind of person. Not because I don't want to, but more so because I am lazy. I am like my best friend knows this, I am like one of the laziest people ever. I primed my eyelids and now I'm gonna go in with big old fluffy brush. The brush I'm using is from Revolution. Is this a normal fluffy? Yeah. So I'm using a Revolution like fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go into the shade. I'm very bluey today, like you can't really see, but I'm gonna try to pull up my skirt. So this is my skirt. I'm very bluey, purpley with a twinge of like, with a little bit of orange, yellow, and red, just a little bit, but majority I'm like this very periwinkle blue kind of thing. So I'm probably going into the shade. I'm gonna go into the shade Hobby. Where's Hobby? Hobby right here as my base color, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I'm gonna take Hobby on like my blending brush and just literally just go ham. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit. So going in the shade Hobby. Okay. So Hobby is done. I'm gonna run that a little bit underneath my lower lash line as well. I really don't like these contact lenses, like the Scandies, because like I like an enlarging contact lens and these are not enlarging at all. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with a smaller fluffy brush. This fluffy blending brush is a little bit more pointed. This is the B211 from Brina Beauty. So as you can see, yeah, this is like a more so pointy fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Apartment, which is this dark brown right here, this shade called Apartment. I'm going to just like try to deepen out the crease a little bit. Like it's definitely too dark, but I'm just going with what I have in this. Oh, okay, it's very dark. It's very dark. Might be a little bit of a mistake. I'm gonna just go and blend it on my lower lash line as well. I have eye boogers out there. I'm gonna be taking I don't know whether I'm gonna swatch two shades. So I'm gonna swatch Belle Violet and Eve Rose, and I'll see which one I like better as like the overall shade. So that's Belle Violet and Eve Rose. Belle Violet is not as pigmented as I thought it would be, and it's more like lavender purple than like a blue base. So I'll probably go with Eve Rose. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the same blending brush that I use and like do a really simple halo eyes. I'm gonna hit the inner corner on both eyes. The mattes in this palette are actually like really nice. I really like the mattes in this palette. They actually show up, and how I know they're good quality is because usually when I do a halo eye and I'm putting like matte shadows in the inner corner, they usually never show up and never stick properly, but this actually is showing up on the inner corner of my eyeball. So like I am really appreciating that, because yeah, it's very difficult for shadows, especially on my inner corner, to show up. And then I'm going back in with the blending brush from Revolution and in the shade Hobby, the very first shade that I like used as my base shade. I'm just gonna go over the top over Apartment and just really blend that out. And then I'm just gonna take some eyeshadow primer, and just so that Eve Rose, the shade, pops a little more. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just go right in the center of my eyeball. So I'm gonna take the shade Eve Rose on my finger and just go all over the center of my lid. So yeah, that's it. That's the eye look. I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner and then some falsies, mascara and falsies. So I'm gonna be taking the Revolution, just a normal pencil black liner. I don't like these, but I have no choice. I don't have any other black liner. This is the only thing I brought. I'm gonna tight line, and then I'm gonna curl my lashes, and then maybe do some wing liner, maybe. So I've done tight lining. I'm just gonna quickly curl my lashes, and then possibly mascara. Oh, not possibly mascara, and then possibly liner afterwards. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna go in with the lash curler and just hold it at the base of my lashes, just making sure they stay curled. I'll hold this here for quite a while. So that's I've heat curled my lash, and then back to tight lining. So that's it. I'm gonna put on my Eclipse Nanakara Hello Nanakara. So this is my Eclipse Hello Nanakara mascara. I used this for Sophia's wedding last year in September, and it was like so good. It hold the curl like no other. Like I never had a mascara as good as this one. It's a little dried out. I probably have to throw it out after this trip because it is getting really dry. Ooh, that looks nice, but I think I still want lashes, so I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll come back. Oh, I'll put eyeliner on. What am I talking about? I'm using the Revolution Renaissance Flick eyeliner. This is in black. They came out with like dark blue and brown. I didn't get those. I wanted to get the brown one until I found a different brand that does better brown liners. It's an Asian Japanese brand. Oh my god, this is one of the rare times my eyeliner is actually even on both sides. It doesn't look even simply because my eyelid doesn't fold the same on each eye. My left eye has started to droop a little more compared to my right, so you can see that this has like triple eyelid and this has like just a normal double. So yeah, well anyway, I'm gonna let this dry. Oh my god, this is the first time I've had like a good eyeliner day in a very long time. So yeah, I'm gonna put on some falsies. I don't exactly remember which one they are. I'm probably gonna use the ones from Miche and Bloom. So these are what the Miche and Bloom ones look like. I don't remember what style, but I know they are like 34s, 30 something. So yeah, I'm gonna use these as my lashes today. And then I'm gonna be using the Duo Lash Adhesive. Okay, I'm back with my lashes on. I switched the mirror to the Natasha Denona Brands palette. I'm gonna be taking the Focalier. Oh my god, what happened to that brush? But anyway, I'm gonna be taking the Focalier like liquid glitter in GO2. This is like a pinky kind of sparkly, and then just putting it on the back of my hand right there in the corner and just like dabbing it over just for some extra sparkle, because I don't think I brought the other like the clear white one, so I'm just gonna be using this one in the center of my lid as like, you know, a little bit of some pizzazz. I know it's not exactly the right color for this look, but I'ma just like deal with it. I'm just putting it in the center just for the glitter more than anything. Then I'm going to be taking the liquid metallic. Actually no, not the liquid metallic. I'm going to be taking an eyeliner stick from Bia. This is the last auto gel eyeliner from Bia. And I'm just going to, it's like a pinky sparkly one. I'm just going to highlight my inner corner and my the first third of my lash line with this, just a little bit, and that's it. We're done with the eye look, and I'm gonna come back soon with the lip color, and so I'm gonna clean this up because my table is a fucking mess and I don't want to leave it in such a mess. I'm gonna come back and show you guys the final look. And I'm back with my hijab all done. It took me forever to get this hijab in place because I wanted to showcase my earrings, but obviously it's not really working all too well. I don't normally wear hijab styles like this simply because it is a freaking hassle. So I don't normally wear, like, yeah, I just don't normally wear. I'm just gonna pin down the sides. For those of you, like, just to let you all know, I tend to wear my hijab quite fitted. I don't like when hijab like flaps around. So whenever I wear hijab styles like this, they are a little bit more looser. I use like 1,000,001 pins to keep it in place because, like, yeah, I hate like when the wind blows and then my hijab looks awkward and I'm just like, it's the same as like when your hair looks nice at home and then when you leave the house the wind blows and then you look like a mess. Same thing with hijabs, guys. Same thing with hijabs. So like and I feel like with hijabs it just looks a little less, like, yeah, so I tend to just pin the sides like this. Okay, so yeah, because like when I walk quite fast, so like because I walk quite fast, my hijab tends to fly and it looks so unkempt. Okay, it's secure. It's secure. I haven't put on any lipstick yet and I haven't set my face yet. So I'm just gonna rub off the lip balm. I'm not so sure what I want for my lipstick. I'm debating between these two colors. So one is Brina Beauty Velvet Cream. Well, both of them are Brina Beauty Velvet Creams. One is in Cat Lady, and then the other one is in Kindness. So I'm debating between the two. I'm kind of leaning more towards Kindness, the darker of the two, the more mauvey, like warm mauviness. So I'm probably gonna go with this one. I love this lipstick because it's so pigmented, but a little goes a long way, as you can see. I tend to prefer the Korean style of like very blurred lips. This mirror is hella dirty. I'm using the Eclipse powder. I think they have renamed themselves to About Tone, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so Eclipse is now no longer known as Eclipse, they're known as About Tone. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not so sure about that. Okay, now I look like I just made out with someone. So that's done. It's still a little messy, but I will deal with it. And it's a little bit sticky because I didn't let it dry completely. Ideally, you should let it dry completely. Oh my god, I keep looking at myself in the monitor. In the viewfinder because I look good and you can't deny. So I'm just gonna take my powder brush again just to set the perimeter of the lipstick with the Eclipse Blur Pact, and then just like set my smile lines again because they are creasing already. So now that I've powdered a little bit, I'm gonna take the Revolution Pro Supreme Hold Finishing Spray. I'm gonna take this and set my face. So yes, I drenched my face in it because like I'm so used to like the old school like setting sprays in which they drench your face. So even though I don't need to drench my face so thoroughly like this, I don't know, I like to drench my face thoroughly just to make sure I am properly set. I'm probably not going to go out and study. I'm going to come back and study, but right now I'm just going to go. I'm not so sure where I want to go, to be honest. Probably eat at the bagel house and then come back and do work or something. That's it. And I probably will add a little bit of blush just for the sake of it. Like, I mean, I brought my blush palette, might as well use a little bit of it. So I'm gonna be taking the Revolution blush palette in Sugar and Spice. This is a warm tone blush. I'm gonna be taking this color right here, the one in the center, the kind of like purpley hot pinky one. I seldom use these colors. In fact, this is my first time using this, and then I'm mixing it with the color right here, this like peachy color. Tapping off the excess and then just blushing it up a little bit more because I think my blush got faded a little bit as I was doing all my shit. So blushing off and then and that's the finished look, guys. So just to zoom you all in. So because the exposure is quite low, you can see all my skin texture and you can see that the foundation is like sitting really nicely. Apart from my nose is like a little bit collecting in my nose, which is fine. I have a little bit of a lipstick spot here, but whatever. Lipstick, and then my eyes. So I'm just gonna zoom in on my eyes. I know it's a little dark. My eyebrows, and then the eye look. And that's it. That's it for today. I'm gonna leave this camera here. I'm just gonna go like vlog with my phone because I don't want to be bringing this camera around. I feel very self-conscious. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I come back. Oh, talking about being at town. yesterday, because I think it's until 31st, which is until Saturday, there is a Sephora like sale. So yesterday I got myself one of my favorite like concealers in a newer shade. Like I've tried this concealer before, but it's a concealer. It's the shade is more suited for me, and that is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and the shade that I got is in golden beige. So I've used the shade light beige, and I found that it's a little bit pinky neutral for me, so I decided to get golden beige, which is actually my correct skin tone. I'm actually more of a yellow neutral, leaning more yellow, so I finally got that because it finally came back in stock. And then I got the Rare Beauty Kind Words matte lipstick in Fun. So I wanted like I was watching quite a few shades. I think it was like Humble, Fun, and then something else in between, and I found that Fun is the shade that I like the most, so I went for Fun. So yeah, and I'm back, guys. Hey, so I am so freaking thirsty. I didn't drink any like plain water today apart from before I left the apartment, or like the loft. You know, I'm in the loft. So excuse me, I'm drinking water. Now I gotta hydrate myself, and I spent a lot of cash. So I'm gonna go through what I bought. I bought quite a few things. So the first thing that I got is from Kalisha. So Kalisha is a hijab brand. So yeah, they are a hijab brand, and they sell really affordable like hijabs, basically like what I'm wearing right now, like plain and printed. Obviously they're not as what's it called, they're not as high quality as, let's say, Tudong People. Tudong People is high quality, but I wanted to support a brand that's like fairly affordable that people should know about. So I bought like navy blue. I know you can't really see, but like I didn't really want to check it completely out, so I bought like this like navy blue kind of color, which I wear a lot of blue, like a lot of blue. So I bought navy blue. I bought like this printed floral one as well. Let me just show you, which is also in like a navy blue kind of color. So it's like grayish navy blue, similar to the concept I'm wearing right now. So yeah, and I really like floral designs. I find that they give my plain clothing a lot more character. And then I got this like purple floral printed one because I don't have anything like this. And then I got this color, which I wear so often for work. I wear this color a lot for work. So as in like on the way to work, because I don't wear hijab at work. Even though we can, I just like, I personally don't until like there's a work appropriate provided by the hospital, I would say. I don't know, I don't spend my own money, you know, because the hijabs I'm wearing is my own personal hijab. It's not like a hijab that, you know, if you get what I mean. Then I bought like a dark brown one because I also wear a lot of brown. I had a hard time choosing this color because like browns are very deceptive in the sense of there's no like neutral brown. It's always like grey brown or warm brown. So like I wanted to find something that's a little bit more like grey brown because a lot of my clothing is very neutral, very grey based, nothing that's overly warm. So yeah, I bought this. And then because I hit $50, I got a free hijab. I thought that I could get like my own choice of a free hijab, but no. So I got this one, which I'm not gonna lie, looks a little bit like a picnic mat, but I probably could make this work, but I don't know how. I'll see what I can do with this hijab in the future, but for now I got a free hijab. Oh, and the number one thing, more than the hijabs, something that I was so excited to find at Kalisha were these. So if you see these are sparkly long pins, and if you were to see the back, it's a safety pin kind of pin. Like it's the safety pin kind, like you know your standard like safety pins. The mechanism is exactly the same as like a safety pin. I found a lot of like nice hijab pins, like long ones like these, but those are like the rotating clasp. I'll try to include a photo right here of what those look like, and those are so difficult to like put on personally, I'm a very, as I've said many times, I'm a very lazy person. I like convenience. So these, like, the only times I can find things like these is in Malaysia, and the fact that I can get these for, like, I think it was like $2 is so, like, I'm so happy, and I can just go down anytime to Beach Road where Kalisha is and buy these. Like, I'm so happy. So yeah, I'm so happy I got these. So those are the things that's the first stop when I went out today, because after I got ready, like after I filmed like the get ready with me portion earlier, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do work. I don't really want to do it. I'll do work tomorrow. So the first thing on my agenda was to go and visit Kalisha. So I went there, and first impression, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be like truthful about it. Personally, it is a great store. Number one, I cannot deny. It is a absolutely wonderful store. It is well, well presented. The store is clean. By the way, no shoes in the store. You have to take off your shoes while you're in the store. I figured it's because so that they are able to pray in there. But one thing that I find like, it's just, I think it's a personal opinion and it's a personal gripe, is that the designs at Kalisha, they're not like what I expected. Like, perhaps I wanted a little bit more, how do I put this? Like, the designs are more like day-to-day, more approachable. They didn't have like designs that are a little bit more luxurious, if you get what I mean. Moving on from the hijabs and the hijab pins I got from Kalisha, I actually went down to do I want to expose myself? Okay, no, I don't. But basically, I'm okay, you know what, I'm gonna expose myself. I used to work at Simply Rays. If you guys know the brand Simply Rays, I used to work part-time at the store, and like, it's been a very long time since I stopped working there, but I've always wanted to come back after I started working and maybe spend a little bit of my dollar, a bit of my pay, you know, towards the place where I used to work at. You know, it's a small business, and you need to, you know, support small businesses, support Malay-owned, Muslim-owned businesses. So I wanted to show my support for my ex-boss, and so I went down today and to get one of, like, to see what they have in store and perhaps purchase something, because the last time I used to work there, they used to have this really like aesthetically pleasing looking bomber jacket. It had like black lilies all over it. It was black and white. It was black background with like white lilies all over it, and it was so good looking. But when I found out about them and then I started working for them, they were out of stock. So I was like, and the whole concept of Simply Rays is that their designs are all limited edition. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. So yeah, they might bring back like a different version of the same design. Maybe like, for example, if it's like a two-piece, the first run would probably be like printed top, plain bottom, and then it sells out, and then the next version they bring is like printed bottom, plain top kind of thing. So you will never get the exact same design back in store. So for quite a while, I didn't see any design at Simply Rays that I liked until I saw this. So I was browsing in store and I saw this. Like, I already saw this like on that Instagram reel, but the reason why I decided to buy this design, and I'll put the name of this design on the screen. My ex-boss has very like unique names for all her designs. So I bought this because of the color. So if y'all don't know, I'm also a big K-pop fan. One of my like favorite groups at the moment is NCT, and do you see the color? Exactly, it is NCT/GOT7, like neon lime green. So obviously I gotta get it, and I don't have a color like this in store, and it's not like all neon green. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it for a concert because it is a unique piece. And yeah, so I got this, and happy to be supporting a small business like the business that I used to work for, and you know, give back a little bit of my pay towards them. So yeah, I got this. I actually wanted like the pink one as well, but I figured that I have so many pinks in my collection that I'm like, you know what, let's have some variety in my wardrobe. So Yeah. Moving on from buying some stuff over at Simply Rays, I also got some stuff from Fluff Bakery. Now, Fluff Bakery is a very, very famous Muslim-owned halal bakery here in Singapore. It is like, it has been very popular since I was in like secondary school, and how I got to know about it was through my sister. So, Fluff Bakery's business model is that they used to start out with cupcakes, and every week they had 7 cupcake flavors. 7, and then 2 would be like a permanent cupcake flavor, namely Nutella Red Velvet as well as salted caramel. So these 2 flavors will always be present at the store, and then the other 5 flavors of cupcakes would rotate every week. So it was a very, very smart business model, because it meant that every week people would come down to see what flavors they had. And at that time, I think around like 2013 to 2015, the flavors that they were bringing out were unlike any other flavors you could get at that point in time. So like traditional flavors like putri salad, you have Horlicks, and then you have flavors that are a little bit more out there like German chocolate. Is it Belgian chocolate? I think it was Belgian chocolate, sorry. Belgian chocolate, and then like cheesecake, Ferrero Rocher, things like that. And the same model will be applied to the rest of their bakes, such as like their whole cakes or their cake slices or their tarts. They will always rotate out in flavor every single week. So it's been quite a while since I got anything from Fluff Bakery. I think the last time I got anything from them was back in March when I had my birthday staycation over in Orchard. So today I got 2 things from them, namely a Nutella cheesecake bar, which I will not show you, a Nutella cheesecake bar, and then in this bag, as you can see, because it's leaked through, it is a New York cheesecake donut, and as you can tell, I really like cheese. I just had a cheesecake from Coffee Bean just now, a Chicago cheesecake, so this will be my dessert for either tonight or tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Last but not least, in terms of food, I got something that I'm not so sure whether I want to eat now or later, like not now as in like tonight or like tomorrow, but most likely tonight, because tomorrow I'm gonna eat Waker chicken, which is Korean fried chicken, with my best friend Ida. So most likely I'll eat this tonight. And this is from the Bagel House. So this is what the brand is, the Bagel House. It's over in Robinson Road, I think. The place is at Robinson Road. I'll put the address in the description box and everything. So I saw this on SG Halal Deals. Personally, I would say if you guys want to like find new spots to visit, like halal spots to visit, the Halal Food Hunt, Halal Food Blog, as well as SG Halal Deals. I think these 3 like Instagram accounts, especially SG Halal Deals, I would say SG Halal Deals #1, and then the other 2 is like on par with each other. Great Instagram accounts you should follow if you ever want like new recommendations for places to eat at that are halal. Because and why I say SG Halal Deals is because despite them being called SG Halal Deals, they don't do as many like ads and like deal posts as much as the Halal Food Blog and Halal Food Hunt. I would say the Halal Food Blog and Halal Food Hunt do more like deals, do more like food vloggy kind of things, and do more like advertisements than SG Halal Deals. So yeah, I'll put all the Instagram handles down below for you guys to check them out. But yeah, I went to the Bagel House because I've been really into like bagels now, simply because I freaking love salmon. Smoked salmon is like, I try not to eat too much of it because like salmon has a lot of like heavy metals in it, so I try not to eat too much of it, but I did want to try. So I got the pink loxy, and the handwriting, my gosh, is so pretty. The only thing that I'm worried about eating this is that I do not like capers. I hate the taste of capers, but for the sake of trying this, I will eat it. I will eat it. So yeah, the next time I order, I probably won't get any capers in it, but you know, I'm gonna go traditional. Okay, I'm gonna go traditional. So food, and then last but not least, you know I gotta get some makeup. You know I gotta. I'm gonna put this back in the fridge. So for makeup, I have been like going on and off, about whether I want to get this palette or not. Like I have almost, no, I have like, yeah, I have almost all of the new palettes from Clio. Yeah, from Clio, so that's the brand I bought. But I was contemplating whether I needed this one as well. I mean, I don't need it. I bought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got like 7 new palettes already in the last month. In this month alone, I bought 7 new palettes. And the palette that I got is this. This is the Clio Pro Eye palette in number 15, a Spring Sunshine on Canvas. So I got all of their newer like Pro Eye palettes. So I got number 10, I think, which is like, was it number 9? Oh, it's number 9, which is the Into the Lace. I got Into the Lace. 10, I'm not so sure, but I know I got 11, 12, and 13 because 11, 12, and 13 were promoted by aespa, and I'm a huge fan of aespa. So I got 11, 12, and 13. I didn't want to get 14 because I found 14 too ashy and I didn't really like the color story. It was like a purple, lilac-y color story, which I don't mind, but Korean shadows, when they deal with purples, it's always freaking ashy and too light, especially on my skin tone. So I decided to skip out on that. But this, look at this, is a warm tone dream, and I swatched this in store because I was finally able to swatch this in store. And so this is what the palette looks like, and it actually shows up on my skin tone. I swatched it on my hand. As you can tell, my hand and my face is roughly the same shade, and all of these colors showed up, and I was like, okay, I am getting it. On top of that, lucky me, Watsons was having a 40% off sale, so obviously I'm gonna buy this. It was, I think, 30 bucks after the sale. I'm probably gonna keep this and paste it on the, super glue it onto the cover because this looks so pretty. So yeah, I got this, and I'm going to, after this trip, throw out my Nanakara. Where is my mascara? The last thing I got in terms of makeup, I didn't get that much makeup. I did stop by Sephora, but I ended up not wanting to get anything from there. I figured I already got whatever I wanted, so yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking of throwing away this Hello Nanakara after this trip because this is dried out, and like I've already had it open for like almost a year now, so it's about time for it to go. So to replace the Hello Nanakara, I got the Peri Pera Ink Black Cara in number 1. This is the long lash curling. So this is what it looks like. So this is what it says on the side in both English and Korean, which I find that Clio is the only brand that does it, that does both the Korean and the English translation. And yeah, so it's easy for like both Korean and foreign, like international consumers to buy. So I got this to replace that mascara, as if I don't have like 6 different mascaras at home. Anyway, I'm gonna meet my siblings later for dinner, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna meet them for dinner later, and I need to clean up this mess on my table. That's it, I would say. I will come back after I see my siblings to call it a day and probably decide what I want to watch tonight. Probably gonna continue watching BuzzFeed Unsolved. I haven't finished the rest of the episodes that I want to watch. So yeah, that will probably be my agenda for tonight. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow I will wake up on time and actually do some freaking work, because Saturday I'm already checking out. I'm checking out on Saturday, so like I gotta get my work done. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye. So I'm officially calling it a day, guys. I did quite a bit, but at the same time I didn't do any work. I was planning to do work today, but I didn't do any work. So the lashes are ripped off. They're no longer on my eyeballs. My foundation is, especially around the mouth, is completely gone. Yeah, talking about the makeup, let me just give you like a little makeup update before I close off today's vlog, because I didn't do jack shit. Basically, my makeup like up here looked great given how freaking hot it is today. But number one, I have a very steamy breath. Like, I have a lot of water vapor in my breath. So underneath the mask, all my foundation from like here, from like the chin to like midway to my nose, it was just, it did not look cute. Like, it looked decent, but the smile lines, the foundation kicked up in the smile lines were not it. Yeah, so surprisingly held up not too badly, but also could have looked a lot better. But yeah, anyway, it is currently 8:30. Oh, it is currently, why not, it is currently 8:32 and I am like closing off my vlog here. Yeah, I'm closing off my vlog here. I am going to wash up. I bought myself a huge ass bottle of Coke Zero. Parents, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because it's my solo staycation and you can't tell me whatever you want me to tell. Clearly my brain is not here. What I'm saying is, you can't tell me no because you're not here. So yeah, I'm gonna drink some Coke Zero because I've been craving Coke. Yeah, I'm gonna drink. No, I'm not gonna finish it all in one night. Yeah, no, but I'm gonna do some packing because like I'm leaving on Saturday, like 12 p.m. Saturday. I'm gonna wash up, do some cleaning, and then go up and watch some BuzzFeed Unsolved. Oh, by the way, talking about the bagel house, okay, before I end the bagel house, I'm so mad that my phone was down here charging because my charger is here on the plug down there. So I'm so mad I didn't take a photo of the bagel. So I did mention like in the earlier part of this vlog that I hate the taste of capers. I find them too like too salty, but not in a good way. Like, there is like straight up like the sharp taste of salt, and then there's the caper kind of salt. I don't know how to describe it. If you've tasted capers on its own, you know what I mean. But oh my god, that freaking like salmon bagel sandwich was so good. It is like legitimately so good, and I couldn't stop eating it. It was just, I'm definitely going back there again. The $15.90 I spent on that salmon bagel, worth every penny, okay? Worth every penny. So yeah, the nature calls. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna wash up, clean up, and then yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys liked today's vlog, even though I didn't really do much. And yeah, bye guys.